Well. Here we are again, 2 days in a row. Not a lot to say, but let's get a chat together and let's work things out. Big up the ghosters. There's one there. Let's see who's about. Let's see who's hanging about today. Let's see who's around. I don't know if anyone else is live, but I don't know. So I'm hoping to get a few people in today. Let's see ghosting. We'll see how it transpires. Ay. 5 ghosters. Woo. Big up the ghosties. No way. Not a bad day again. Got a few things done. So I'm going to put this link out. I hope not to be waffling on fucking day on my own. Eric Pullhard. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh. Mr. BB, how you doing, bro? How you doing today? Afternoon, rather. Andy T, good. Well, good afternoon. Good day, that'll do, Andy. Nice to see you, bro. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I thought I'd have a little live to go on. It's quiet, isn't it? Not a lot happening. Hey, Netta, good to see you. I still good to see you, mate. Yeah, not a lot going on. I was listening for my sins to the Burks again. I don't know why I do it, but they were playing some other channel. Now on there was a chap called Crinkle. Hey, mate, it's the Jungle Lisa. Good to see you. So on the channel was Crinkle. I don't know whose channel it was. Couldn't quite make it out. And there was some arsehole there supporting Crinkle, I think Jupiter was in there, and I think she said something about Crinkle, or somebody put a comment about Crinkle. Yes, Taffy, mate, good to see you. Yes. So, I mean, what was going on was they were talking, I don't know what they were getting on about, but the piece I picked up on was this, who sounded like a right divvy, I think he lives with his mommy and, eats spaghetti fucking oops and paints matchstick people like Lowry did. Anyway, he came across as a strange sort of individual, and the things he said about Charlie Kirk was a racist, and that 100% racist. Now, I've never seen Charlie Kirk being racist myself. And then he asked for proof if that Henry Crinkle didn't play some horrible video of children getting mutilated, And I think that was factual. So they don't know Henry and they don't know his background. And he was asking for proof. I don't think anybody coming along with proof, so he was calling it bullshit. But anybody that knows him, knows his factual. I mean, we know he was one of the biggest porn bombers out there. We know he said a lot of shitty things about. Well, I don't want to go into it, but we all know what he said. Hey, DT, mate, good on you, mate. Yeah, Adam Sky, good afternoon, mate. Good to see you. So yeah, what a fucking wanker this guy was, He didn't give a fuck that Charlie Kirk was dead and all this business, So he proved to me he was the right prick. I don't know who he was, whose channel was on, but I know Jupiter was on there and Crinkle was on there, and they were having some sort of discussion about I think it's Muslims and things like that, whatever. But the JOJ and was obviously playing it. Just to touch a little bit on this channel 4 last night. I don't think most people watched it or recorded it or whatever they did. Well, most people have seen it, I would imagine. Yogi's got a nice bit of coverage on it on his channel as well. So, you know, it shows how bad Channel 4 is when they portray one side of something like this, you know. Yes, there was a couple of young idiots on there in the hotel, got into somebody's bedroom. Now, those obviously give it all a bad name. That because you know, hey, you're wrong, mate. Get to see you. So by them doing that, it's just defeating the object. You know, it's bullshit. You can't just barge into an hotel and go into somebody's bedroom like that, start filming. But anyway, but the rest of it, it just portrayed ordinary people as fucking far right. You know, proper shit show. I mean, they mentioned AY as obviously it was about him, I think, most of it, or headed in his direction. And they got somebody to work out, hey, Wolfie, mate, that'll be a good mate. Yeah, yeah. Ryan Ferguson, deep yards where the retards are broken the hotel room. Were they back? Well, they are fucking retards for doing it, you know? What the fuck? It just defeats the object, you know? Just goes against what it's all about, what they're trying to do. Fucking idiots. But I mean, they got some to work out what sort of wage they reckon between 10 and 20,000 a pound a month. AY was earning. If he's earning that, okay, now we all want to get our cameras out. We can all be called far right and fucking go and film for that sort of money. DT, yeah. Well, I think with it's a good question, Sean, mate. And yeah, I remember Roger Cook. And it was like a TV thing, wasn't it? I know. I don't. There isn't no difference in it, but I think it was accepted back then. But what the point I'm trying to make, Sean, is they're doing this to prove a point over, you know, immigration and how these people are actually in the hotels, how many of them are around the hotels. Because on the news, it showed the Channel 4. I said it the other day about this woman went undercover. And what they did, they just fucking showed and called everyone far right. They're not showing both sides of it. And this is the pissy off point I'm trying to make. If you're going to project something like that, make sure you project the left and the right and see how different they are, if there is a difference. But I said yes when Vincent was on. What I'm seeing in all these protests is the left causing all the trouble, poking things in people's faces, talking vile and aggressive to people, calling them all sorts of things, Nazis and fucking racists, and you know, it's the left. I honestly haven't seen anyone on the right shouting to the left, you know, not once. Maybe they have, I'm sure they have, but you know, I'm sure they are, but I'm not seeing it. But most of the stuff I'm seeing is the left are the aggressive ones, you know. Yes, that's exactly right, Sean. This is the point. This is actually the point. Hello, Evie. Good afternoon, Evie. Nice to see you again. Adrian, good afternoon, matey. Yeah, this is the point. When you show, like Sean said, but when you show both sides, then they lose control of the narrative, and that's it. This is just what they're trying to push. They're pushing the left wing rhetoric, like you know. There's nothing like silencing, trying to silence people by tagging them with names and trying to stop, you know, freedom of speech. You know, just because they don't like what they're saying, and they know basically that they're right. That knob Ned shouts obscenities. Which one's Ned, Maverick? Yes, that's the difference, Wolfie. Again, I think it's been brought up in America also that the shit that the left were doing around Charlie Kirk's memorial and things like that, you know. Uh, and like I said, if it was George Floyd when he was, you know, there was fucking uproar, wasn't it, you know. But we all know what the money. Hey, long man, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Anyway, exposed illegals doing food deliveries and illegal use of hotels for alternative purposes. So they had a good go at them, media mainstream. Yeah, this is why these people are so important to portray the stuff on here, because mainstream media won't actually give you the facts and the truth, you know. So people like those, but it's got to be done right. It's got to be done right. Otherwise, they just lose face and it doesn't mean jack shit, you know. So it's got to be done right, because this is what we rely on to get the truth. Hey, Pork Chop, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're well. Ned Armstrong, lesbian costs. Hey, why he's not just dawdling, he's doing research and points out the flaws in the law, housing illegals. Well, that's a good thing, Evie. It's a good thing. We need that type of thing. We need it to be done properly, you know, not just a barge in and fucking create havoc, because it just defeats the whole object. Hey, Castas, how you doing, bro? Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, let's have a look. I said I was going to make a few new mods, so yeah. Nutta, do you want your spanner back? You want your spanner back, Nutta? You didn't want it. You want it back, mate? It's there. I can stick it on you now. Paul Dan, good to see you, bro. Hope you're well, Paul. Yeah, Paul, son. So yeah, there was quite a one-sided show. That was quite a one-sided show, portraying the Ortners in a bad light. What they can do to stop them, I don't know, but you know, obviously they're trying to just silence people. Well, I, Evie, well, I. Where's that? Does he want his spanner back? He can have it back if he wants it. I know he asked me to take it off him. If he wants it back, he's gonna have it. He can have it back. No, Mr. Beautiful Blues, you're not having a spanner. I give you a spanner several times and you fucking abused it to hell. You rode it like a fucking Blackpool donkey, didn't you? Yes, exactly, Sean. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Evie. You know what I'm saying, people. And look, we've gone down this road several times and it's talked about on every channel that comes on, basically. Just Fox and Needle Spot will triumph. Was it a Bonneville? Yeah, you're a regular caster, so yeah, I can trust you, bro. Yeah, Tap, you're right, mate, Tappy, yeah. But yet you've still got people battling on the left. I mean, how can somebody take Crinkle as serious, you know, when the things he's done, the things he's said, the things he's put on a platform, you know, the vile stuff he's shown, the vile stuff he said. How can somebody take him seriously? But they do. He's always out there fighting for the fucking left. And somebody asked him about his relationship. He said, I've had a few partners. So somebody said, oh, are you gay? Is he gay? Is Crinkle gay? There's a question. Crinkle, I know you're listening. Are you gay? A simple yes. Or a simple fucking no. It's Hollywood, baby. Ice chain, pure water. Yes, they did. I think, but YouTube quite rightly said that there was nothing there, you know, that went against their rules, you know. So, you know, it's just the left trying to push and pressurize people into making changes because they don't like what the right is saying and doing. You know, it's as simple as that. He's got a new girlfriend now. Who's that then? Who's that? Wolfie. Yeah, sent an email. I thought he tried to play it down a bit. Obviously, he said I didn't see it because it gets some. But I think he knew what it was. I think he knew what it was. It's a sort of a, you know, it was a dodgy question to answer, wasn't it, really? And so whatever he had said would have been wrong, you know. He said he didn't know what it was, then they'll say he's wrong. If he knew what he said, he would, I know what it is. He would have been wrong. So he's on a loser there straight away. What's that? Nobody knows, society said. We shall see, but she. What do you want about Mr. Beautiful Blues? It's a tough, yeah. There is. I remember hearing many years ago. Look, that look, when we talk about Muslims, we can't judge them all the same. There are really nice people which are Muslims, really good people, you know. Then you get the radical side of things, and this is the problem, you know. This is the main problem. But this is why people are speaking up about it because of what the radicals are promoting, you know, that they're going to take over the world. And I think Cupid mentioned something about we're on track to giving them Sharia law in Britain. Now, if that ever happened, I don't know if it has happened or if it's going to happen, but it was mentioned. I heard her saying something about it. But if that ever happened, that'd be raw, so fucking wrong. One country, one law. It's as simple as that. No matter what color your skin is, no matter what race you are, what religion you are, one country, one law. Abide by that law. It's already happened, Taffy, is it? I didn't know it happened, but I can only see it going. I can only see it making it fucking things a lot worse by doing that. Definitely. Realists, I must seek but they come here the conventional way, not spending thousands for arriving on board. That's very true, Evie. It's. I've always said this. It's weird that you can jump on a plane for a few £100, land here, go through customs, and try and seek asylum. But when you're paying thousands to get you illegally, the Burks illegally in a dinghy, then there's something wrong. If they're so poor in the country they're coming from, how the fuck can they get thousands to pay the fucking smugglers? Yeah? Or who is paying for it? You know? Who is paying for it? Oh, fucking hell, Wolfie, that's a bit of overkill there. What do you? Mrs. Wolf's gonna go mad. Order myself a new mic, 4K webcam, boom, man. When she spots it on Amazon, all hell will break loose. I don't blame her. 4K, be fucked. I'll buy a car for that, will be, for fuck's sake. I thought the other day, that this what's going on with Russia, flying drones and flying over other countries, are they looking for a fight? Are they looking to start another world war? Because I don't know who's behind it. Is it just Russia? Or, it's a way of thinning the population out, isn't it? You know what I mean? Hello, Susan. Hope you're well. Yes, Evie, yes. That's the thing, Evie. Every argument that comes from the left, they're looking for a safe country. Well, they're passing through several safe countries to come here. So that argument's out the fucking window, you know? You know what I mean? That argument can be thrown out the window. They're passing through several safe countries to head here. And I keep saying, oh, they want to bet their lives. Well, if they want to bet their lives, come here, through the right channels and do it properly. EBI, yeah. A gaming channel. That's one thing that needs to be looked at is the free money and things like that. Is it are they coming because it's an easy touch here? Now I know I've heard other people saying on the saying that, oh, they come here, they only get a pittance and this, that, and the other. They are working illegally. We know that because we've seen that. ANS. So we've seen all that. I mean, we've seen them on the TV being caught working illegally. Uber Eats and things like that. But not all are coming from atrocities, are they? Not all. You know what I mean? And I'm sure people have seen that the gang culture, and I'm not saying it's just by foreigners, but they can set up the drugs and the thieving. It all adds up to cost for the country. Yeah, they don't pay for it, they owe it, meaning most are forced to work here to pay it off land. It's cheaper than coming. Yeah, the legal way, you still have to pay for travel even if it's across land. Yeah, but sure, if it's genuine, Ian, right, it's surely a flight is a few £100 compared to a few £1,000. The ECR says we need to give them all. Getting them. Oh, France not breaking the ECR by giving them a tent, food rations, and emergency medical. Good point. Good point, Sean. Yeah, they get the bare mins out there, don't they? While they're waiting to come across, they get the minimum. We know there's a lot of people here, and we know there's a lot of people in hotels. We know that as factual. So the government is saying they're going to their intention is to get them out of the hotels. So if they get them out of the hotels, where are they going to go? Are they going into social housing? They'd be put first on the list, which goes against the grain with me because, British families have been waiting a long, long time to get social housing, and they're pushed to the back of the queue because these people would be in the front of the queue. That's what Angela Rayner said. I'm going to we're building 1.2 or 1.5 million new homes, but 70% of those will go to the immigrants. So that's the way Labour, well, we know Labour's left wing, so that's the way they work, isn't it? They're destroying carp fisheries to eat the fish. I've seen her, Leicester. I've seen them up here, and that was Polish people. That was they'd be fishing up the park up here where I take the dog out, and I catch them, and they take them home and they eat them. I could never eat them. They're fucking filthy things, carp. Taste like shite and all, from what I gather. I mean, I don't know if anybody's seen that Hugh Fernley witness stall. He caught a big carp. You can do a banquet with it, and so he put it out of the stinking old pond that he caught it in, put it in a fresh brook, in a basket inside a fresh stream, so the clean water was just gushing through there, and thought it would clean out, and no, it didn't clean out. It still tasted like shite. And not only that, the people down here have been, I don't know what nationality they are, but they've been taking the swans as well. They've been killing the swans. Yeah. Casters, it could be some, it could be an element in truth. No, I'm not 100% sure what the real reason is. Because, like I said about that TV program, they just showed with Channel 4 again, but on the mainstream BBC News was showing the Channel 4 clip of she went there, and I saw they showed was mothers and young babies, and that's the card they were playing. They haven't showed all the young men. You look at the boats they pick up on the crossing, they're full of young men. There's no fucking women and babies on there. You know what I mean? Yeah, the swans down here, fucking hell, they used to be. If anybody's seen the videos I put up on the lake down the bottom, they used to be, you know, 30, 40 swans there, maybe more than that. But now there's about fucking 4 there. Yeah. We all have our own ideas on what's going on. I mean, obviously, I think the government really know why we're getting this amount of people coming in. They're not telling us the truth behind it. And they keep on saying they're going to stop it and do this. They no intention of stopping it. No intention of fucking stopping it. Not what I can see. Yeah, he should do. I'd either work. It could go, anyway. It could be work well for him, or it could be he lose a lot of credibility. I don't know. So yeah, it might be do him a favor, and it might not. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I know going back to like, the carp, the Polish. That's their Christmas dinner. Believe it or not, is a carp. That's what they eat for Christmas dinner. A fucking big carp. How they cook them, I don't know, because apparently the program I've seen, they taste like shite. He still, they live in dirty water. It's all stagnant, isn't it? Fucking lakes and all fucking shitty water. So I don't know. Yeah, no, what they like. I would imagine you know, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what a swan is like to eat. I mean, I've had duck. I've had ducks. Don't get me wrong. Wild ducks, mallards. Let me see that. The Carlogy plant I run so about 100 years old now, rapidly intensifying. Look at that, the Carlogy plant. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. They're flying Syrians and Palestinians direct into Manchester on the regular, a couple of hundred per flight at all our expenses. Well, yeah. Talk about AJ Smith. Not seeing him around on any platform. I don't know, but I don't go to, I'm not seeing him around. I usually hear his name being mentioned somewhere, and he's always, you know. I kept ducks as pets. I never eat a duck. To me, it's like eating cats and dogs. A big no-no. Wolfie. You're right in the pod then. Wolfie, come on now. It's like I feel that way about horses because I've had a lot of horses, and I know the French eat horses, and I would imagine a lot of other people do. But somehow I couldn't get my head around about eating a horse, you know? Wow. Is that right, Sean? Fucking hell. Hello, CP audits or CP reports. I know you said you didn't want, you're not an auditor, so I'm going to call you CP reports. Yeah, I mean, I had a bet pheasant, and when I didn't like the pheasant, you know, you had to hang it, what they call jugging it. You hang it up for a couple of weeks, you know, supposed to soften and tenderize the meat, but it's fucking horrible. I don't like pheasant. But the old duck is all right. It's a bit greasy, the old duck, but yeah, I like a duck. I wonder, you know, remember there used to be a thing going around. I don't know if it was where you were, but down here, there used to be a thing going around with the Chinese, you know. That's not chicken, that's cat. Somebody's cat's gone missing, that's a cat or something like that, you know. How they freaking make these things up. I'm not fussy on the game, Birds Castle, to be honest. I like a duck, but yeah, that's right. Till the maggots, yeah, till it gets maggots on it, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I call it jugging. Jug it. But you know, they like the fucking thing. Don't eat stuff that just comes from the wild. Don't know what the poor things have eaten. Well, I think it'd be all natural food, you know. So, hey, Snoopy, good to see you, mate. That's the thing. Wild, you know, like wildfowl and all that. You know, they're eating good things and they natural things. So, you know what I mean. But if you if you raise the chicken, you know, out without, you know, free range, like Cass is saying, free range. If you have a chicken that's been living outdoors, free range, living off the ground, and then you taste that compared to when you're buying a supermarket that's been, you know, cooped up all its fucking life, which is a short life. In fact, they're not around for long. They kill them pretty quickly, you know. So you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true, Sean. Yeah. Even when you buy bacon today, it's fucking pumped full of fucking water and shit like that, you know. You put it in a pan like that, fucking all this fucking pan goes white with all the water that's coming out of it, you know. So what it tastes like, pork chop, gone out for it. You've eaten the T-Rex leg before. Yeah. Hey, Beyonce, mate. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I bet, you know. Yeah, yeah. You know, something I love seafood. I absolutely adore seafood. Yeah, it is Snoopy, mate. Yeah, it is. Yeah. There used to be a guy. That's how that's why they think they ruin things. You know, bringing in legislation, the government. There was a guy I once knew. He kept pigs. There you are, and he'd go round people's houses and he'd get all the fucking slops, all the old food, slops, something like that, feed them to pigs, But then, of course, there was interference and legislation came in that they had to boil up all the food and do this and do that and do the other. Well, just ruins the man's fucking business, all for legislation. And, something living in the wild was always just better, I love rabbit, I still love rabbit. My missus wouldn't look at it. Because when you skin a rabbit and cut his head off and stretch and just lay it there, it just looks like, she said it looks like a fucking baby with his head cut off, So, but wild rabbit, beautiful. Rabbit stew, rabbit pie, yeah, lovely. Yes, everything's injected with fucking meat, in the meat today. At the primary school, the dinner waste where we fed the pigs. Yeah. That's it. Don't remind me about school dinners. I had a bad experience once. Remember I don't know if you ever had it, but they used to give us, when I was in junior school, the mashed potato, they used to scoop it up with the same thing. They used to scoop ice cream up with, and drop it on your plate. It'd be like a little dome, wouldn't it? So I went back to the table, cut into it. There was a fucking plaster in it. I used plaster. Oh, put me fucking right off. Fucking hell. Oh, I didn't bulk. I don't know, but fucking hell. Didn't eat any more of it. Yeah, mix my toast with a rabbit, but if you get a nice rabbit, lovely. Rabbit casserole, hare soup, lovely. Hares, yeah. Not so much hares, but rabbits. School mash was lumpy as fuck. This wasn't lumpy. It was nice and creamy, DT, but it was a fucking plaster in the middle. They'd scoop it out with one of those like ice cream scoops, dump it on your plate like a little dome, I should enjoy a bit of semolina, semolina, put a bit of jam in it, stir it up till it went a different colour. I know. It's a bit rampant, that one, Beyonce, isn't it? A bit rampant. Found my soup all out. Finish me, see, We had chocolate pudding with green mint tasting custard. Oh, I don't think I'd like that. Semolina and jam, yeah. Pink custard. Yeah, we had the same old girl serving us in school dinners for years, Yeah. I think what it is today now, it's all processed, isn't it? It's brought in frozen, then it's just chucked in the fucking pot. It's not as good. Not as good. Like I said the other day, growing up as a kid, you couldn't say to your parents, "Oh, I don't like that. No, I'm not eating that." It was on your plate. If you didn't eat it, you fucking go without. As simple as that. But some of the stuff today is just shite, isn't it? To be fair, all this processed food is not doing us any good. I've been craving a nice fucking bit of ribeye, so I might go out and get a ribeye after. I'll go out tonight and have a ribeye somewhere. Tapioca, I know you're talking, Brady. Tapioca, yeah. Stay by the table, let's go now. Yeah, that's right. True enough. Okay, what was it? Angel Delight was a dessert, If you were lucky, you had Angel Delight. Or if you were really lucky, you had that fucking, what you call it, like an ice cream thing, very light. Fucking Viennetta, that was a fucker. You were really lucky, you got a bit of Viennetta. Other than that, you'd have a fucking Angel Delight. Those were the fucking days. They were showing some old adverts on the TV the other night. I don't know if anybody's seen it. And if anybody can remember, I don't know how old you are, but with Mash Gets Smashed, you know, you them fucking little alien type alien things. Fucking hell. How things have progressed since. Angel Delight, you can all remember that. Everyone. Yeah, righty, yeah, you had to eat it. 100% or you'd be starving. I told you many times, but there's two things I've never done in my long life. I've never ate a banana, and I've never drank a cup of coffee. But I'd say that I've never ate a banana. You know, when you get them in the cereal and they've been dehydrated. I've ate a banana and it's like that, but never pulled the peel back and ate it. I tried to have one once, and when I pulled the peel back, it just fucking stunk. I thought, oh, no, I'm not eating that bastard thing. But I don't like the smell of them, Evie. It just puts me off. Just when you peel them, the smell of it just puts me off it. And I think the texture and all, you know. It's only the last couple of years I've been eating sort of fruit. My mother used to make tarts. I wouldn't eat it. The only tart I would eat was apple tart. You know, I don't know if you know Wimbry tart. If it all depends where you are, where you're from. If you know much Wimbry's or some other little berry that was on the mountain. Green Angel, you like that one? I've never seen green. Pink. I don't think I've seen a green one. But like Wimbry tart or blackberry tart or rhubarb tart, no, none of those things. But I used to love apple tart, you know. And when I'm talking about a tart, I'm talking about it had to have a base, and then the apple in the middle, and it had to have a top to it, not just banana apples in a dish and just a top on it. It had to have a top on the bottom, proper fucking tart, you know, and a nice bit of custard on that. Push, give it your. You don't just eat any fruits. Like I say, it's only the last couple of years I've been eating fruit. And I have it now in yogurt. Never used to. I have like the blueberries and the raspberries. I don't like strawberries for some strange reason. I went to eat one once and there was a fucking like a little maggoty thing in it that put me right off. That's apple pie, Marquaz. Yeah, well, that's apple pie. That's what I liked. Apple pie. Not apple crumble or anything like that, but yeah. I you know, I said that's one thing I don't like a soggy bottom, especially on a cheesecake. But cheesecake got a soggy bottom. No, it's not for me. It's got to have a nice crisp bottom. I like a good crisp bottom. Don't ask Wilkie who eats a banana. I used to munch a spotted dick. I got in the pork chop. Rhubarb crumble? No, I don't like rhubarb. No. Tarts don't have a top. So you're talking about topless? That's what they call tarts, is it? Because they're topless. Apparently, is the people have always been opening bananas the wrong way round. Apparently, it's not the one you press the other end and then out that way. Apple strudel. I'm not an apple strudel. I can't tell you about that. But yeah, I mean, we had some strange things. You know, like remember the potato used to come in packets. You just put boiling water on it and mix it up, and you looks like mashed potato. Come on, we had things like that. Fucking hell, no wonder there's so many of us are fucking ill. All the fucking poisons we put in our bodies. Fucking hell, bells. You can't beat fresh, can you? You can't beat fresh. You know what I mean? If you were just had to go out and I don't know many people would actually be able to survive. I know I could going out and and do for myself, and Not like a pork chop who tried to convince us all he was cooking his steak dinner on a fucking fire. He had a fucking barbecue with the side when he didn't show us that, but who goes into the woods to cook a dinner with a fucking bottle of wine and all? Come on, Porky. We know you had a barbecue with the side of him. Smash makes mash. That's it. Have you had them vegans? Because you get an organic meat. Yeah. There's what's the name of the Welsh guy? Pritchard. Pritchard. He used to be in the crazy bunch run from Newport. Pritchard. He's a big. I don't think he's a vegan. I'm not sure if he's a vegan or a veggie. He may be a vegan. He does a lot on YouTube, on Facebook with his cooking, and it's all vegetables and no meats or anything like that. So that's a vegan, is it? Back they're killing all the cows because they're eating their dinners. No, not Goldilocks chain. Remember they were a mad gang. They go crazy things. They fucking beat each other up with fucking whips and fucking what was it? Dirty Sanchez. Dirty Sanchez. He was from Dirty Sanchez. Pritchard, his name is. With his rubber. Yes, back where you got it, bro. But Porky's too busy on a smoke break to go looking for anybody. He always walking his dog at a certain park and he owned a dog grooming business. Yeah, Dirty Sanchez, yeah. Matthew Pritchard, you got him, Parkway. Yeah, I think he's a vegan now. I think he's vegan. And he does a lot of things on Facebook with recipes and things like that, Keep himself really fit. He goes out with his mat and does a lot of exercise in different places. And he's covered it from arsehole to breakfast and tattoos, They were crazy fuckers, weren't they, Dirty Sanchez? Fucking crazy. Mad as fuck. Hey, it's Amos. Good to see you, Amos. Did you get a mention on Channel 4, Amos? Is that right argument? I thought vegans and vegetarians were different. Because one can eat a certain thing and the others can't. I don't know. I don't think I can go without a nice bit of meat, and there's a link pinned. How much do you want to jump up? Yeah. Yeah, this Pritchard, he's a bit of a character. Hey, you're good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Whatever you do, don't Google the meaning of Dirty Sanchez, Tyrone. Oh, I'm going to have to Google it now because you said it, Beyonce. Did they say, yeah, right, Rose Park. Yeah, he's got a spaniel like mine, yes, and I know the last time I seen him, he was talking about the dog had shit in his bedroom or something. He won very well. He had the runs or something. He shat all around the bedroom, and he got up in the night and put his fucking foot in it. So he wasn't too happy with the dog, but and he had some sort of test done. I don't know how generous tests are, and the results come back, and he had a lot of arsenic in his body. Now we all know arsenic is fucking lethal, but he's got a lot of arsenic in his body, Pritchard. So I don't know who done the test, but she was saying it could come from the drugs he used to take, or it could be from water. She said, "Do you drink a lot of water? Because there's a tiny element of arsenic in the water or something." I don't know. But apparently he had a build-up of arsenic in his body. It wasn't a lethal, but obviously not a lethal dose. But yeah, and a few other things that built up. I don't know what company were doing these tests, but he had to go in for more tests knowing. But yeah, arsenic, I wouldn't believe it. Yeah. They were into all sorts. Crazy fuckers. You know? Hey, Shaz, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. I don't know if anybody else seen Beautiful Serendipity's post, but there's someone going around pretending to be Beautiful Serendipity. So if you do lives, people, just keep an eye out. Why somebody would want to make a drone of such a lovely person like that, I don't know. But, you know, keep an eye out if we do any lives. If there's a drone of Beautiful Serendipity going around. Shows how bad some people are, you know. So, yeah. So, what's the story, Emma? Have you been out today? Have you done any lives? Like somebody said, you know, every time they switch on, Emma's is live. He's either eating his breakfast or his dinner. A clone, that's sorry, the clone, yeah. There's Emma's. Look, let's get him on. Hey, Emma's, how you doing, bro?
Hey, Ty, how you, mate?
What do you think of that fucking Channel 4 thing?
Channel 4?
Yeah, do you see it?
Oh, right, I think they fucking embarrassed themselves, really.
Yeah, it's quite a bit one-sided, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just picked out a few bits of what he said, and, you know, it seems like they didn't do a lot of studying on it and just tried to character assassinate him. And I think they fucked it up. I think, if anything, it's given him a bit more clout.
Well, I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? They managed to talk about the amount of money he could be earning per month. You know, because they estimated between 10 and 20,000. That's what they said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was sort of advertising on his platform as well. So they had got into.
But I think the advertisement is just the algorithm, like, you know, that the advertisers have got no sort of say in that. And then YouTube turned around and said he's not breaking any conditions. So,
No, absolutely. They've said that, yeah. But what I thought was dull, right? What he's doing seems to be okay, right, in my eyes. But when they showed them two going in the hotel, going into that fella's bedroom, and
that's when it goes beyond that.
Puts some mockers on it, then, doesn't it?
That's what gives you a bad name, yeah.
It nullifies the whole object. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? It's fucking stupid. Somebody said one of them was DP, was it?
Well, DP was there, but he was being very clever, DP. He wasn't the one going in, and he was saying, no, come on, like, he was being very smart on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a way of trying to silence people. It's because Channel 4 are way down the left-hand side.
Well, they don't get no views in that, these people. Like, they're not welcome at these places, and it ain't done them any favours. They only come here for that. They only come there for that.
Yeah.
I was just putting up, and he was having the interview.
Parker was saying that DP was one of the ones in the bedroom.
No, he wasn't. He was outside.
Oh, right.
No, he wasn't. He stayed outside at all times. He was quite smart, DP.
Evie is saying DP was discouraging the guy from going into the bedroom.
Yeah, he was very smart on that video.
Like I'm saying, because they're going out there, they're doing all this filming.
But, yeah,
they got to portray themselves, you know, in a good light. But when
even that
happens,
they turned around and said that they broke into the hotel. No, someone come out the side door and they slipped in. They didn't break in; it was an open door.
Yeah, I suppose they could just say they went in uninvited in that case, you know, instead of breaking in.
Yeah, but if you remember the geezer called the Looking Glass, I know he was a bit drunk when that was the day after Southport, and he was abusing, and he was drunk, and he poked the fucking camera into people's bedrooms, wasn't it? The women, I think there's a couple of women, and he was he got 2 years something, didn't
Was it? Bloody hell.
he? Yeah, the Looking Glass, yeah. You remember
Oh,
Charlie Beach has shown him a few times?
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's come out, like, he's been out for a little while.
I've noticed a lot of Charlie Reach's posts on Facebook recently. So I've never seen them before, but I'm seeing them pretty regular on there.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean, it's no good portraying one side of a story. I said that earlier on. You've got to, if you're going to be fair about things, you've got to show both sides of it, you know?
yeah, but the media's not. They're one-sided, isn't they?
That's
They
it.
want they want it stopped. I don't know if it's a government campaign or what it is. Happening DTA too, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like it because, like, you know, citizen journalists are taking the fucking dairy from them. Like people don't want to read the news. It's dying. It's a dying thing.
They don't want it, Amos, because they don't give you the fucking full story and the truth.
That's right. It's like what Trump
So
says: fake news. It's fake
you have
news.
to rely on these people to bring the true stories, but they have to do it in a professional manner and not put themselves
Yeah.
in the bad light, you know?
When they're at these protests, all you see, they want to see people masked up, lighting flares. You know, anything else, it don't really. You know, they're not interested. They want
Yeah.
the graphic sort of like
Yeah.
far right sort of thug kind of thing.
Well, on the BBC News, they showed a report by another Channel 4 who went undercover in the migrant hotels, let's say, and that's all they showed on it was young women and babies, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't show any of the males, or the young males or anything like that, just babies and mothers, you know? Just
See,
trying to put it in a different light.
They also tried to put it down to far right because he showed a leaflet. Now, it's so easy. I've done it. I've shown something, and I'll question it next time. I won't just put it on camera, like. But you know, someone shows you a leaflet, so you put it on camera and just quickly flick through it. You look at it, but you're not really concentrating because you got to look at other things, and you just show it. So they try to far right him off because apparently it was a far right organisation, that leaflet.
Yeah, it was. You could see that. Yeah, it was on about
But
white supremacy or something, wasn't it?
yeah, he didn't know, and it's so easy to do that, like, you know.
Well,
And then
it's
they
hard.
asked if he supported that, and he said no, obviously not.
Well, obviously, no matter what he said, he'd be looked in the bad. If you said yes, I support it, he would have been called a wrong one. And if he, by him saying I don't know what it's about, then they might say you're lying, you know. So it's a tricky situation to be in when they ask all those.
But I don't think he would have showed it. No, he wouldn't have.
So this I think this is a new one. I don't know who it is. Scummy scumbag, Mr. Blues, W face, two faces. So who is supporting AY a wrong end? That's the question he's asking. I don't know who it is. But somebody have a look at that. I bet that.
Yeah, it's a dodgy channel, isn't it? It's just
done today, I would imagine.
Coming to stir the pot.
Yeah, I would imagine it's been done today, that channel.
Yeah.
So what's your next project then, Amaz, mate?
Well, I'm taking it easy, like, at the moment, anyway. Probably tomorrow night down at the Marriott at Chesson.
Where?
Marriott Hotel, the one that featured in the Channel 4 thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Women and children one.
Oh, right, okay.
And I remember when I went there last week, I see like 3 young mothers like with going out to the town.
I think I've noticed you, Amaz, you're a bit too polite when you're doing it. Sorry, sorry, yeah. You're very polite.
No, that was when I was going through all the bloody crowds at Tommy's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, afternoon, Grumps, matey. Good to see you.
You know, if you're going through and you hit someone with your backpack, I had a big fucking generator on there. Obviously, you know, it's nice to be nice, but that was because I was trying to get through to the front and I fucking couldn't get through. I kept walking, moving, and no, it's nice to be nice, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just politeness. It doesn't
See,
cost
the
much.
crowd was fucking. It covered the whole of Westminster Bridge. I'm trying to fight for the crowd to get to the fucking front, and I never got to the front anyway.
Yeah. So when you go out, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
When you go out and you meet up with, let's say, if you don't want to call them authors, let's say, citizen journalists or whatever they refer to themselves as,
Mhm.
how many are sort of around in one go? Is it quite a lot of them there, or is it just a handful? Or
It depends what one it is, and I think the most popular one at the moment is Epping.
yeah,
When there's a big one over Isle of Dogs, the community comes out.
yeah. But how many or let's say authors or journalists are there? Because there seems to
Quite a
be
few.
quite a few people all around in the one
Well,
place.
I guess it's because it's hitting all the algorithms, isn't it?
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
social media, like, is popping, and
So is it all about views, or is it there for a purpose?
well, you're naturally getting views because there's protests all around the world, and I think this is at the top of the algorithm, like on all socials. So it's hitting the views and things, and obviously that pushes you to do more. And that's what I've done. And I set out to grow the channel. I've done 2 months, and it just fucked me in the end. Like, so I just had to step back and recover.
Yogi said, I'm surprised they didn't bring up his threats to kill newspaper report. We know it's him. We now know it's him.
That's the kill.
Hmm. Who's that, Yogi? Are you referring to AY there or someone
Is that
else?
what thing you brought up, wasn't it? DJE?
Hey, Mel. How you doing, Mel? How was Mr. Tobbs? DJ. Oh, that's
Afternoon.
he's got a bit of a background to him as well as me. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the thing, when people have a bit of a dubious background and then they try to portray themselves in a good light,
Uh-huh.
doesn't seem to wash, really, does it? When
Well,
people
people
look
still
at
going
that.
to. A lot of people are still going to follow him anyway, aren't they? Because
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
people put
absolutely.
you on a pedestal. Like, once you're doing this kind of thing, people put you on a pedestal, and I think
Yeah.
so.
Mel said, I saw you on the news report last night, Amas. You had a red T-shirt on.
Yeah, Yogi said that. I didn't see me. I'll have to look it. Oh,
Famous,
fuck.
famous.
Nah, my fuck. Hmm.
So, since you've been doing this now, how many subs have you got?
I've got about 5,400 in 2 months.
Extra or in total?
Extra. I had 320 in the beginning.
Yeah.
320, and I set out to grow the channel, and that's what I've done. But I've also ruined myself. I fucked myself.
Yeah. Well, you were out all the time, weren't you?
I think everything worked out. All the protests worked out regular. I got a lot of views from the Palestinian ones who was getting nicked. I support Palestine Action. There's going to be another one of them coming up in October.
But everybody knows what you have for breakfast now, and everybody knows what you have for dinner.
Yeah, I done a Vietnamese thing the other day. I was in a Vietnamese restaurant. That was blinding. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Chris, right? How you going, buddy? I think a lot of our mamas just do it to try and get as much money as they can out of social media. That's
Well,
instead
the
of
thing is that it started off with the COVID people back in the day. It ain't going to last forever.
oh
It's
no.
not going to last forever. Labour's bad to get them out of these hotels, which is going to put the demand for housing up. If you want to rent a room, a flat, the demand for housing is going to be phenomenal. And nobody on council waiting list and that are going to get prioritised because the government's prioritising getting these people out of the hotel. I don't see how they can do that if they've not put a stop to them coming in.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be first priority?
I don't think they got no intention of doing anything. It's just saying what people want to hear. That's all it is. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, they're all jumping on this fucking thing now. They'll reckon they're going to sort out the immigration thing.
Oh, it's not. I think everybody seems to be tagged along with what's his name? What's his name? The one that sets up all the big rallies. What's his name?
Like Charlie, not Charlie.
No, no, your mate, not your mate, but the one you go and see. What's his name, man? Fucking
Hey, boy.
Axley Lennon. What's his name? Tommy Robinson.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they tried to do yesterday. Like they try to far right him off, and they're trying to say, in a way, yes, you do look for clicks, you do look for them spark moments, any sort of police interaction, and that it does it sells. It's like newspapers; they run in for the fucking egg. Like, of course it does. Unfortunately, human beings are quite graphic. They want to see gory stuff, and they want to see that flashpoint.
Yeah. Evie said it was 25,000 deported last year. What I don't like about the system, I don't know if it's when you've got defense lawyers defending someone that should really be deported for things that they've done, and they're saying they can't go back because of this, because they get killed, or they're going to be this, that, and that. And you've got defense lawyers, which are defending. I thought, shame on you for defending these people.
But they don't give a fuck. They just want money, and these left wing.
The point they're getting to it. It's all financial gain for those,
These left wing organisations have got quite a lot of money around them, so there's plenty of money. Like, and look at Starmer, right? There was 1,500 come in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? 1,500 migrants across the channel. Only 3 went back, Ty. So where's 1 in, 1 out policy working? 1,500 in, 3 out. 1,497. And they won't go back. See, so there's no 1 in, 1 out. Don't be fooled for that. It's just another one of these, like, stop the boat, smash the gangs, 1 in, 1 out. Bullshit.
It's just they're just saying what people want to hear, and it's just there's nothing getting done. Do you think Farage has got the best chance of getting into power next?
No, I'm concerned about reform because it's owned by a Muslim. Half of the company is owned by a Muslim who, remember, walked out of the company because Sarah Putin said she's to ban the burqa. So 1 minute they're running with ban the burqa, next minute Zia Yusuf walks out of reform. Nigel panics and he's probably said to him, Zia, no, we're not going to ban the burqa. We're not, come back. And he walked back in a day later.
Well,
so I'm concerned that a Muslim owns half of that company and he could buy Farage and Tys out, then we have a Muslim party.
But I don't think I don't take that train of thought, to be honest. I mean, because we're trying to with bad people, and that's wrong.
No. I'm just it's all that Sharia stuff and whatnot. I'm not trying to say that bad people are not.
Is there actual Sharia law in the UK at the moment?
Yes, there's loads of Sharia courts in the UK. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You can Google it and you'll find out.
But they must have some sort of curtail on what they can actually do because.
They ain't fully open like they are in Saudi and places like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been over it for some time.
But what I don't understand, when you see these, I was watching a video yesterday, in fact, about it. They were interviewing sort of gay pride thing for Palestine.
Yeah.
And they didn't understand that if they went to Palestine, that they'd throw them off the roof because they were gay.
Well, they'll soon turn on them, you know what I mean? Because they're all for the one, aren't they? They're all for one.
And they actually said that they found out there was actually a high-ranking officer within the forces there, and they found out he was gay, and they beheaded him. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but this is what was being spoken about on this report I seen.
Well, that's what they do. They don't have it over there.
Yeah. I think the only one of the sort of Arab element out there that lets there be gay people is actually the Jewish nation. All the rest, it's a no-no, absolute no-no. And You know, you don't want to be there if you are. You know,
No, that's right.
so yeah.
Crazy
But
stuff.
Channel 4 is just a joke to me. You know, it's terrible.
What ain't Channel 4 owned by the BBC now?
I'm not sure, Amas. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it could be, yeah.
It may be because the last report I seen about what I said about they were speaking about women and children in these hotels. That's what they showed on the BBC News. So
But
there may be an element of truth in what you're saying, yeah.
what you got to remember is since Dover, since the boys used to go and film in Dover, the only time mainstream will come on, they must have had someone ringing them from France saying, yes, there's a woman and child on the boat. They would come across, stand at the bottom of the bridge, and as the woman and child's coming across the bridge, take that picture and fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And this was several times. It's like loads and loads and loads of times. All they wanted was that picture of the woman and child, and then they've got what they wanted.
But it you know when you looked at, if you look back a couple of months ago when they showed the French authorities slashing that dinghy.
Yeah, that was just to get more money out.
Funny how the cameras just happened to be there when they were doing it. You know,
that was just a ploy to so Macron could get more money out of Starmer, and he did. He give him over £1 billion now, like, and it's just. And then look at the fucking French. That government's falling apart, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of unrest all around Europe about immigration.
Yes,
so
because
it's not just Britain.
Everyone's had enough of it, Ty. They've destroyed the whole of Europe.
Yeah, yeah. So I get why people are upset about it, and but like I said, we can't paint everybody with the same fucking brush, you know.
I'm afraid the minority of them who's playing up and doing essays on women and things like that are tying the rest of them, you know, because you can't trust them. I mean, if you see these people, a lot of them look disturbed, and they would be. They're coming from a third world country, coming into big sort of hotels and flats, and they've got to come from a third world country into a community. They've not sort of broken, I was going to say broken into the community, but they have. They've not sort of aligned themselves with it, so it's a foreign place to them.
Have a good one, Beyonce, mate. Cheers for popping in.
Now, the other week...
Let me read what Yogi said, Bea. No, Channel 4 is not owned by the BBC. Channel 4 is a separate, publicly owned, not-for-profit public service broadcaster.
Not-for-profit.
Receives no public funding, unlike the BBC, which was established by Parliament.
So, I think they do get some BBC money, don't they? Because obviously with a licensing fee, I'm sure they get a bit of BBC money.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Yes, I think...
but nobody will ever trust the mainstream.
But when they're saying about deporting illegals, well, not illegals, but migrants in general, then I've seen it in Spain that they want the British out of Spain and all. So it's not just, you know.
Well, I suppose that's, certain places, the locals have been pushed out, and the British have bought up, and then they're hiring it for Airbnb and things, and the whole town's getting taken over by drunk Brits. And so these used to be like old Spanish villages and that, and people have been pushed out, and the rents are phenomenally high, and that's what we're going to get here when the demand for housing goes up.
Well, apparently I've seen something the other day that there are thousands of empty properties in the UK, thousands of them, you know.
Well, they have to have a certain amount, like, at the ready anyway, for emergencies, in case anything comes up. So all boroughs have to have a certain amount.
I know that in the town I live in now, there's a couple of places in the town centre, big blocks of flats, and they're all boarded up. No fucker in them, you know. So why people living on the streets, I don't know. You know,
because the local authorities are not helping the Brits. That everything I think Starmer's gone round and told all the local authorities that you keep all the properties for migrants. There's things happening, and they keep vowing to get all these illegals out of these hotels before they go 2029.
Well, my missus worked in social housing for a long, long
Hmm.
time, right? And people that lived on the street for many, many years, they put them into social housing and they just can't hack it. They can't
No,
handle it.
no, no, it's right.
And
They
they want
need
to be
extra
back on.
care.
Yeah,
A lot
they
of
just
them's
want to
got
come back
mental
on.
health problems. They've got PTSD. It's like veterans in that they need extra help, but they're spending all these money on immigrants, but they won't spend that extra help to support the veterans. So this is why when you speak to a veteran or you speak to a homeless person and they're getting no support whatsoever, and these bastards are coming into the country straight into hotels, it breaks your heart. You know what I mean? They've not paid one bit into the system, and
I
it's
think
just mental.
one of the main highlight things that happened, just to, I would say, a forefront to all this going on, was where I lived, the Stradey Park Hotel.
That's right. That was a beginning, though. Yeah.
That was the beginning of it, right? And
Uh-huh. And if the community stand up and keep fighting it, the cost becomes phenomenal. But I
yeah,
can't see them keep doing that, keep bowing down to the people. Because if they do it, everyone will know, just keep putting the pressure on. Do you
yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
they were there for the best part of a year.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 24/7. They had two marquees on pitched up on the drive of the hotel.
Yeah.
They had beds in there. They were donations from all the shops, food, drink, everything. There was somebody there 24/7. And there was
Uh-huh.
always people outside. They had flags on the fucking fence line from all over the country and supporting it,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh,
And that's,
Trump sent a flag and all, didn't he?
yeah. And that's a fucking 80-bed hotel that was going to put 400 men in there.
There's only 400 people in the village, isn't there, Ty?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrible, isn't it? They do no thinking. They put them around schools and things, and
In
it
that
dilutes,
village,
it
there is
dilutes the
two
communities
pubs
and
and one
villages.
shop. Two pubs in one shop and one shop. That's all in the village, nothing else. So what would they be doing? They
Yeah.
didn't want them there, and well, it went to the High Court. And the sad part about it, which there's a guy that used to come down there. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a little soldier, ex-soldier. He's a very small little guy.
Oh, little veteran.
Yes, he used to
Yes,
be there. He used
that's
to be there
active
a lot.
patriots, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, Stevie
Yeah.
Dog, you know, and he was pissed off because one of the security companies that came there were all ex-soldiers, you know, and he was
Uh-huh.
really pissed off with them, you know.
That's
Really
right. How
pissed
many
off.
fucking security companies did they change? It was getting too
Oh
expensive
yeah,
for them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The only thing that won it for the people in on that hotel was the people in the house at the bottom of the drive owned the drive to the hotel, and it was only given
Okay.
access to the hotel when it was being used as an hotel, and when it wasn't, they revoked the permission, and that's why the marquees went up on there, you know.
Right, see.
So, and
But yeah,
it
that
went
was the
to the High
first one,
Court
but
eventually. Yeah. But they had police alarms from all sorts of places. The police are bullying the fucking people that were protesting that. I'm talking
well,
about
that's what they do because the
pensioners, you know.
police are following orders. That's all they're doing is following
Yeah.
orders.
And they were from all different parts, different counties, not just this county and town, you know. They were coming from everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And one inspector was a right bastard, dragging women round and everything, you know. Fucking horrible
Yeah.
bastard. And I'm talking about people as old people, you know.
See,
Mainly old people.
before that started, they weren't used to dealing with this, and you could see they don't want to be there. You know what I mean? And like I say, there's police coming from everywhere,
Yeah.
and they don't want to be there, and they're acting up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was, they stood strong and fast there for almost a year, and it ended
I
up
can't
going to the
see
High
him.
Court.
I can't see them doing it with others though, Ty, because
Mm.
they give in to that one, but they can't no more because although that I still believe that they are holding them in a lot of these hotels illegally. But it's the Home Office. You're trying to fight the Home Office, and you're not going to win.
Mm.
Epping's going to go back to the Supreme Court soon.
Yes.
They've got to put a new case to the Supreme Court. I spoke to top people who sort of run the Epping thing, and they
Yeah.
think that the Conservative Council, Epping Forest District Council, fucked that up. instead of presenting it in a proper way, or they forgot some sort of planning things, or can't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, he meant that they fucked that up.
Well, I mean, there's this document that that's going out about that the Burks keep reading out of, calling out. They call them Mr. D and Mr. C and all this, but we know who they're talking about by what's been said in the document.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the piece on the Stradi Hotel, I've never seen so much bullshit in my fucking life. Lie after lie after lie. It's all false. All bullshit.
Funny enough, he was in tunes last night, because I'll go in tunes.
Yeah.
And I could hear him going, Joe, this and Joe. I thought, what the fuck?
Who was in tunes?
J.O.J.
Oh, yeah, but if you listen to yesterday, Vega was on with me yesterday, and he was saying he was in there once before, and Vincent went on that, to have a go at him, like, Hey,
what, he was on tunes?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Vega went on there because he was on there,
I suppose he'll cover. I don't go over there, J.O.J., because, they know what they're doing. They're saying things to trigger people in order to get a reaction. This is what a lot of the left do. They do that, what's it called? Shock horror thing. Shock the people to get someone on the panel, or to get, and they're like a double act. I mean, strange double act, like father and son, because, but yeah, I don't fucking go them places.
Yeah, I mean, they're quite intrusive in what they're doing, and
well, I heard that they're tagging Hope Not Hate and different other left-wing organisations in that as well.
Yeah. They're not afraid to say that that's their Bible, isn't it? Hope Not Hate. When we've seen the video of Yaxley Lennon and the girl that was with him saying that Hope Not Hate was going to pay her £5,000 to make up a story about him,
Yeah, well, they do get, like, Tommy's movement, and Tommy always gets someone in the group who goes against him. He's had it for years. Like.
Is he being paid by higher authority? Is he working for
I
someone?
don't know. I don't like to get involved, because then I end up smiling and this one and that one. And I don't know too much about. All I know, I like what he says. He can pull a crowd, and I just, he was saying for many years what I was thinking. So I don't know about his financial status and that, and I don't normally get into that.
Yes, JPM, mate. Yeah, it was suggested that he's being paid by someone, so I don't know. It's just rumors, I would imagine. I really don't know. I don't really follow him, to be honest with you. I must.
No.
Excuse me.
But I mean, you tell me what other man can hold a crowd like that in London.
Yeah, well, I think the popularity for him became when he outdid the grooming gangs, I think that was really, that's pushed it out there for him,
Yeah.
He was speaking about it, whether you like him or hate him. He was the one that was bringing it out to the public.
Thing is, though, the government never give him any respect, did they?
Oh no, they wanted to silence him straight away. They didn't want to go through the fact of upsetting a minority then to drag them to the courts and all this business. I think they were trying to sweep it under the carpet, if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. I mean, You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think we've been tired, everyone's getting tired with the fucking, and there's no need for it, because from what I've seen, on many occasions, it's just concerned elderly parents.
Well, Ty, I've never been racially abused at a right-wing protest, but I was racially abused at with a lefty one. I was having an interview with this lefty, and this other lefty come up and he said, "Oh, you remind me of a Kinder Egg, or a coconut, brown on the outside and white on the inside." I went, "You what? Why'd you say that?" And she pointed at my Union Jack t-shirt. She said, "British Patriot." I said, "Yeah." I said, "My father come over years ago. He worked his arse off." He said he put them values in me, and I said, "I'm a proud patriot and I hold the flag very dearly. Well, what's wrong with that? And then I thought, I'm sure that's racist.
You know, I just don't understand people that are British, right? I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of it on social media at the moment, and they're being told you can't fly that flag, or you can't do that, or you can't
I'll
do
tell
this.
them bollocks.
Yeah. And, you know, you could fly a Palestinian flag all over the place, you know. You could fly a gay pride flag all over the
Well,
place.
do you know what it is? What I've seen?
You can't fly a British flag anywhere.
I've had a few debates with the lefties and that, and it's the, you know, I had a debate with Crinkle the other week on the panel and that, and I should be mad with the British because they colonised my father's country. I
Yeah.
said, well, there's also a lot of good stuff that come out of it. They taught them trades, taught them English, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're stuck in the years of colonisation. So when they see a Union flag, it offends them because they think of these countries what was colonised by the British.
Yeah.
The British Empire went and took all these countries, and they're still stuck in the era of that.
Yeah, this is what it's one of the funny things is I watch a lot of the Reverend what's him, Jesse Peterson in America, you know, black
Oh,
premise,
yeah,
and he has a lot of black people on there who are always moaning about white supremacy and white rights and all that. And the fact that they were asking for reparation because their grandparents or their great grandparents might have been a slave, and they want reparation. They want money off the government now because they might have had a family member who was a slave. You know,
crazy, isn't it?
What are you thinking about? Like, you know, it's just mental.
Yeah,
It's mental. None of them have
well,
been slaves. None of them.
it's like all them Afghanis they moved over here, and I think there's a far lot more than the government's making out. How do we know that they're not involved with the Taliban and things like that? You know?
Yeah, I just don't understand how. And he tells them, look, what can a white man do that a black man can do? You know, they can't do nothing. Can all do the same. You know, and there's many a black person speaking up against this now, which is bang on, because there's an element there that feel that they're being wronged, and it all goes back to family, basically, doesn't it? That's what he's saying. It goes back to your family. Most of them growing up in America in a black family has got one parent, you know, just the mother, no father figure, you know, and things like it. So it stems back from early days, and it's just driven through them that the white man's the wrong person and a black man's been suppressed and all.
Well, that's once again, it's come from slavery and all that. So if them labels they can't remove, and you know, it's Starmer making Palestine a state, like it's going to cost us trillions of pounds, and you know, he don't know what he's fucking doing. He really don't.
I can't see any other country making them a state. See, I don't see that.
Socialist governments just wreck countries. They fuck countries. They don't give a fuck on prices. What, you know, 100 years he's back fucking Ukraine, and it's just mental. I don't think they're doing their summing up, like, because
the Jewish people are not going to recognize it as a state. That's a fact.
No one. I don't think no one are.
No.
But stupid Starmer, you know, he has to do the socialist thing, and
I think he's just trying to ride a popularity bus. He's trying to please an element of people. That
no, he's fucked. He's fucked. Even the left hate him. He's going nowhere.
Well, I just wish he'd just leave and let somebody with a bit of sense take over. You know?
But socialists don't leave. They fuck things up. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You know, who could you put in his place in Labour?
David Lammy. That's what I mean. Well, it's just a laughing stock, isn't it?
I know. They're the most uneducated bunch of bastards I know.
Yeah, don't know. They're just tired of just winging it. I've always said since they've gone in there, they ain't got a fucking clue what they're doing. They ain't got a clue. Sean
reckons it's going to cost us £2.5 trillion for this decision. You know. So in one way, it's just saying, right, because you're a terrorist organization, and you know,
he should never have done that under the banners of Hamas. Maybe if they was to be driven out, maybe it would be a different story. But you know, he's just supporting it. Where the fucking hell's this money going to go to Hamas? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Israel is a bastard state with no right to exist. Oh, I don't know. Do you think the Jews have been suppressed for many years?
And since this war, since what Netanyahu's doing, the amount of hate the Jews are getting, they can't even walk around like freely now without getting bombarded by Free Palestine mob. You know what I mean? So, I was at Trafalgar Square one day with Mark Burbick. He owns a Jewish organisation. And the amount of fucking hate he was getting, dying this, that, and the other. And then another few come over. Then he was arrested. They let him off because he didn't do nothing. He came back there, and they just was abusing him more. And it was just, and I was just there filming them, watching them, and filming.
Stevie Boy reckon doesn't give him the right for him to steal Palestine land. I don't know much about it, Stevie. I can't comment on that. I have no idea what's going on over the century. It's been going on for 100 odd years, apparently, hasn't it? This thing in Palestine, So I don't know who's
so I've got to go now, mate. Anyway, I've got to sort my dogs out now.
Right, Hammers, mate.
Yeah, nice chat with you anyway.
Yeah. Have a good one, brother.
I will do, mate. Yeah, all the best, chat. Have a good day, people. Coming to the end of the week now. Tomorrow I'll be out.
Yep.
I've had a good rest this week, so.
Oh, you are.
Recharge the old batteries.
Up then and you recharge your batteries and you're ready to go.
I said so. I was running because it was. I'll get adrenaline when I'm at these fucking crazy protests, and I was running on adrenaline. And as soon as that's worn off, it's left me in my old body like.
Yeah, it drains you, I would imagine. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, when I'm got the adrenaline and that, it's different. I'm flying, but as soon as that's gone, I'm fucked.
Just chill out, Hammers. Take your time.
Yeah, of course.
YouTube is going to be there a long time for you to build your channel up. Just chill out.
Well, I set out to do that, and I've done that. So I'm slowing down. Yeah, of course. And you have to be very careful in these situations now, like.
Oh yeah, no, don't go damaging your health over fucking social media.
No, not at all.
Have a good one, bro.
All right, all the best, Ty. See you later, chat. Have a good and see you later. Bye.
Yeah, tell him, Eddie. Well, whatever your points of view are on any conflict that's going on in the world, I think people are going to have a different point of view from somebody else. But I don't really understand how it's going on there. That's all I know, that there was the mass killing by Hamas. I think it was a pop concert or some sort of music event, and this is what's kicked off this recent event. So prior to that, I have no idea what's going on. I know it's been going on for a hell of a long time, but so everybody's got their own points of view, and some support the Jewish nation, some support the Palestinian nation. I mean, it's funny. It's not funny. It's a wrong word to use, but because of the terrorist organization, then a lot of innocent people have been murdered and killed. War's no good to anyone, is it? There's no fucking winners in a war, only losers. So what you do. The thing is, I mean, after they attacked them and they took the thing, what are they going to do? Are they going to sit back and not do anything? And it's just escalated from there, isn't it? So slaughtered a load of kids, 7th of October. So it's an awful thing. I mean, war, like I said, you don't get no winners, and we're only losers. It's to be innocent to suffer, One man's terrorist is another man's freedom too. That's one way of looking at it, Steve Boy. That's one way of looking at it, mate. You know what I mean? But it seems to have a major effect on all other countries as well. With the protests, with all the protests that's gone on in the UK, just say the UK for now. At what cost to the public, the public purse, as all these demonstrations made? What sort of kickback has it had? It must have knocked a big hole in the finances of this country to police these protests every fucking day. I tell you, it was after the war we gave Israel the state. We divided the land up. It was never originally Israel's. Okay, Big Mac, thanks. Like I said, I'm not one for politics. Eric Pollard, I'm in common. We've seen the six-fingered freaks down here. Yeah, you'll have smiling on your case. Hey, Michael Cassia, how you doing, mate? Palestine was state long before Israel was declared state. David Ben-Gurion proclaimed its independence on May the 14th, 1948. Head of the Jewish Agency, U.S. President Harry S. Truman agreed it the same day. There were that's. Well, imagine Michael has looked at that in detail and put that up. It's probably factual what he's put there. So there you go. Are you serious, DT? Oh, dear me. Dear me. The Balfour Declaration. What is that, Stevie boy? Can you enlighten us more on the Balfour Declaration? I nearly fell off my chair when he told me. So he was called that. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you prefer xenophobia? The only thing I prefer, Ice, is a quiet life without any conflict. But it's never going to happen anywhere in the world. There's always going to be conflict. Always. Israel is a person. Israel was never a country. No, I don't know, Anthony. I think Smiler's shit out and things like this, but I am going to fucking forget. See what Sean says. I swear it's what lefties have used for many years to attempt to silence opposing views. But if having concerns for women and children's safety is racist, then I'm 100% everything you say. I would go along that lines myself as well, Sean. If people want to call me a racist because I feel I want to, make our country a safer place for everyone. That's every British citizen. So if you want to label me with something I'm not, you carry on. And Jacob changed his name to Israel. Don't forget, it's always a victor who gets to write the history. It doesn't mean it's true, as we've found out many times, years later. Yeah. Fair comment, Big Mac. Fair comment there. That's the child. I think our country has got its fingers into, stuck its nose into places that they shouldn't have got involved in. When you go back to Tony Blair's days in charge, we got involved in things we should never have got involved in. That's my opinion. You may have a different one, and that's quite all right by me. That's everybody has an opinion on something, which is it's okay by me. What the fuck Israel is in the Bible? So yeah, Smiler's pretty good on the old conflicts and things like that there. So that's the channel to take it to and discuss it, I think. Britain and America to blame for Islamic fanaticism. Are you referring to me? I saw it to someone else. I think it depends. The thing is, I with that comment, I know it was tongue in cheek. Well, I think it is. But it depends where you sit, what side of the fence you sit on, Ice, because you could be a patriot, but you're called a racist by the other side. You know what I'm saying? So That's true, Sean. That's a very good point. That is, in fact. I mean, if people don't like the country, why are they still here? You know, there's a lot of people run the country down. If they don't want to be here, there's plenty of other places to move to. After the war, we wanted control of the Suez Canal, and which was vital for shipping for us around the world using that. So Israel was choice, and we could control them. I think there's a method behind everything, isn't it? When you look at any of the conflicts in the world, I think there's always been a method, whether it's the oil or the gas or whatever. There's always been something in the background, really. There's an underlying element to it all. It's not just, you make up stuff to fucking cause a conflict. So there's a question of enter name here. What's more important to you? Your country, your religion, or your race? Is that the order you're asking in? One for your country, you put your religion second, your race. Yeah. Well, religion to me, I'm not religious, so I don't believe in religion myself. I put my country first, you know. When you go back in time and look at the conflicts that we've actually had in Britain, amongst ourselves, it's absurd when you think about it. And it's only when you see the things that crazy people giving instructions. When you look at the First World War, how many thousands and thousands of people were just got up out the trenches and just charged because some fucking lunatic wanted them to run, and they were just fucking cut down. Senseless. Fucking senseless. So it's just the innocent people are fucking get slaughtered while the ones that are giving the orders and causing the conflict just sit back in a fucking safe area and fucking make up some other fucking nonsensical fucking thing to do. It's crazy. Absolute fucking crazy. And Chris Wright has put a comment in. Tyron, I think the UK government don't like Jewish people. I think America not happy with Britain. I don't. I don't know why Trump would be happy with this country, especially with his present government. When you look at what they were calling him, Lamy slagged him off, fucking Angela Rayner slagged him off, You know what I mean? So I wonder how many Londoners are going to get off their ass and go and vote for the next mayor. I wonder how many. They're always slagging off Sadiq Khan. But if you don't get off your ass and get and vote somebody else in, then you're going to be lumbered with him. And I don't think he's making the best decisions for this country or for London itself. I know he hasn't got a lot to say about this country, but what he does in London has a big effect on the country. But Ant Middleton is partly going to run for mayor. I would show support to Ant Middleton 100%. Long-time serving soldier in the in the SAS, so man that fought for his country and puts his country before anything else. Yeah, I would support Ant Middleton, but I don't live in London, so just get off your asses if you want change. Get off your asses and use the vote. Otherwise, don't moan when it doesn't go your way. Yeah, if I ever seen somebody doing that, Sean, I'd stick one on their chin. Let me see what Big Mac is saying here. When you fight in a war, they say fight for king and country. Nobody would do that anymore. Not anymore. Would anybody fight for the king? He didn't do anything for us. Please just a holiday postcard for PE. I don't think I'm not a royalist. Never have been. Never will be. I mean, I don't know if Charlie is a good king. If he's doing what's right for the country, I don't know. But I'm not a royalist any shape or form. I don't know when to name you. I think there has to be an element of vote. I think everybody needs to vote. If you've got to vote, go out and use it. I mean, it's the only thing. I know we keep saying that no matter who you vote for, we're going to mean the same thing. But if you have the slightest thought in your mind about somebody is not right and you want to change something, just go out and vote. Just do it. Well, I'm seeing more site, that the London mayor, Ant Middleton, the SAS guy is going to run for a London mayor against Khan. And if people in London want change, they don't want Khan. Everyone seems to be moaning about Khan, what he's doing in London. So if they want him out, get out and fucking vote. Yeah, I think a lot of people follow that train of thought, Wendy and Junior. Not my king. I think a lot of people are saying that now. There's not. I mean, there are a lot of royalists in the country, but I think people are falling away from royalty at the moment. Trump is a fascist in the making, and people in the US are starting to see that now. The only people who really love them is a Bible Belt state in the US. I think he's done a lot. I think he's done a lot for what he's actually said he's going to do before he got into power. He's actually doing. You know, I think there's a lot of black people in America. He's got a strong following with them now. He was being pulled up by this show I mentioned. Yes, I can't think of the name. Whoopi Goldberg and some other women on it. They were always trying to tell Trump a new arsehole. And I was talking about the guy Damon Amani, who's on there all the time, and they were started talking about Trump and why he pardoned these rappers, from prison and give them a pardon and all that. And they were naming all the rappers there, and they were suggesting that's because these rappers are rich and he's trying to influence them, by giving them a reprieve. But what they forgot to mention was, and Damon Amani pulled it up straight away. He said, "You forgot to mention that they're all black rappers." So yeah, there's a lot of Trump. I mean, I don't know how to make him out. I mean, I really don't. He's a bit of a strange fish. First of all, he's we've seen the interview or the piece when he was telling the Ukrainian president fucking telling him a new arsehole in front of everyone. And now he's changed his mind now to support Ukraine. I don't know. It's a bit of a strange fucking fish. Imagine a world with Hillary Clinton. I think he means Hillary Clinton. Forgive me that typing error, Wolfie. But yes, I mean, it's a new migrant telling Wrexham, people seeing the people not happy, and its government in Wales don't care. Well, no government cares, Chris. No one, none of them do. None of them care, Chris. None of them. Strange, very strange. It's nice to see the comments coming in the chat, people. I mean, there's agreements and disagreements, and there's pretty strong sort of debate in between several people. It's good to see rather than just slagging people off. So I appreciate the chat. Thank you. I mentioned Rabbis got an erection. Scummy scumbags, Mr. Blues, W toothpastes. What's the W bit? Yes. So, well, you got a day off, Chris, today? I thought Wednesday was your day off. It's normally a Wednesday. You don't. I know you don't work weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, but I thought Wednesday was your day off. What is Thursday today? So, are you sitting in the cab or what are you doing? I might check a late live out to my meet tonight, early hours, or maybe tomorrow early hours, just to have a chat and catch up. As you know, it's just me and the dog in the house here. Painter's finished painting. He was here for 3 days. He charged me 400 quid. Is that you think that's cheap, or is it too much? Considering I bought the paint as well, so what do you reckon? Is 400 quid too expensive for 3 days' work? I don't know. He's taking hook up for dinner. Stevie boy. I was in work from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tomorrow I'm off to Ireland. Oh, you're off to Ireland tomorrow? You be careful now. You be careful out there. I think you pissed some people off out there, so be careful. Don't put on the platform where you are and what you're doing. Yeah, it's like I said, we've had conflict, like you say there. No, we've had a lot of conflict in our own country amongst ourselves. So, is it in Ireland in Mr. PP? Come back in your own name. Ah, Jimmy. It's been a funny old day, people. Oh, James, no, I think she wants to kill him. I think she wants to kill him. Some of you was from Bangor. Okay. You're talking about Bangor in Ireland here, not Bangor in North Wales. Wolfie. Uh, yes, indeed. You're off to Bangor or Bangor? And didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? You're talking Bangor in Ireland, or Chris, not Bangor in North Wales, yes. DT. Oh, Bangor County Down, Stevie boy. Right. There's a Bangor in North Wales as well, and he's from North Wales. Hey, Gregory, UK, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. We need the Stewarts back on the throne. Porgy for PM. I don't know, Pork. I think you make a good one. They won't be able to fucking see you in the House of Commons there with all the fucking smoke in there from the fags. All the fag bricks you're having. Expensive, Stevie boy. Slate now. The blue slate is expensive. Very explain. You know, I was thinking of having a new roof the other day. These fucking tiles, or tile like, these, they're fucking so heavy. You can't beat slate. Don't care what anybody says. You can't beat the real McCoy. I'm all also no to Porgy. Yeah, well, the slate is. My mate made himself a millionaire doing that. Started off, um, the old roof, take an old roof off, and then what he'd do, he'd go back to his yard and he'd cut the slates down smaller, all the ragged edges, cut them all nice and clean, and then he'd sell them off to be reused. That's how he started. That he got into bigger things then, and recycling, more recycling stuff, and things like that. He's made himself a couple of million out of it. Done really well for himself. All through second-hand slate. That's how he started. But he's tight as a duck's ass. Fucking hell. He wouldn't give you the skin of his shit. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, tight. That's how he got so much money. But he's a good kid, good laugh. Steam the church roof and recycling. Fucking hell, it's mainly the lead wolfie they steal off the church roofs, not the fucking slates. Mind you, not fucking steal anything today if it's not fucking, even if it's tied down. That was the old saying: if it's not tied down, it'll take it. Even if it's tied down, chained down, fucking bolted down, whatever, it's fucking, it's taken. I will never conform. Oh my God. Where are all the lives gone, people? Surely there's a lot more people used to go live. I come on to waffle because nobody else is coming on to can talk bollocks. Chris, the Irish passport gives you the right to stay in Spain. It doesn't give you the right to work there. Timmy, do you think he's on the old cash in hand job, or is he going through the books? What do you reckon, Timmy? Do you think he's cash in handing it out there? Yes, that's true. That's one thing. I spoke to my missus this morning. She reckons it's lovely and hot out there where she is. Nice and hot. You're in real with J.O.J. Are you staying in this caravan, Chris, yeah? Yes, people. Well, but it's what do you say? Right. Right, I'm coming up to 2 hours, people. I'm going to call it a day. I mean, with no guests coming up, I'm just going to talk bollocks even more. So I might go late tonight, early hours of the morning, if someone's around. I don't know. See how I feel. Well, I will do a really late one night this week. So I'm off, people. So I will finish as I normally do by saying, be kind to those that are kind to you. But before I do, whatever's been spoken about today, if you disagree with it or agree with it, it's up to you. We've all got options, all got choices. Make sure you take the right one. So be kind to those that are kind to you. If they're not, fuck them. As we say in Wales, people, oil fawr, goodbye. Big up the mods, big up the chat especially. It's been great today. Fantastic chat. Take care, everyone. Weekend's coming upon us. Have a great weekend and stay safe. Oil fawr. God bless. Take care.